This is the Speak for Yourself application for the iPad. This application was developed by 2 speech-language pathologists who work only with individuals who use AAC devices. This was developed based on feedback from the parents, teachers, speech-language pathologists, and also, of course, the individuals that we work with. What you have on this main screen are 119 core vocabulary words. So these are research-based. These are the most frequently used words across languages, situations, settings, and ages. And then this 120th little button down here is the QWERTY keyboard. So if somebody wants to actually type in something that they may not know where that word is, or they may not have it yet in their device, they can do that. Each of these words links to a page of related vocabulary. So if I go down here and I touch drink, it's going to bring you to a page with all of the different verb tenses for drink, and then also with your choices of different drinks. So the individual can then say the word drink here.
Drink.
And then it's going to return to this main screen of core vocabulary. So what we did is we created it so that there are no more than 2 touches to say any individual word. And that is going to make it faster for that individual to be able to communicate. And every time you touch something on that second screen, so if you say popcorn, it's going to return to this main screen so that they're always starting from the same place and they don't have to navigate through the pages. The way that we did this is there are almost 5,000 pre-programmed words in here. It has the capacity to hold 14,000 words. So each of these words can link to another page with empty cells that can be customized. So you can put in whatever you'd like there, and we'll go over editing in a little bit. Because this is visually overwhelming, what you can do is you can actually open and close some of this vocabulary. So if you touch right here, you can close everything out, and you can just kind of leave a couple of things open. So if you were just working on something very basic and you wanted to say drink, you could go into here and you could say the word drink. You can also do that on each of these screens, so you can close everything except if you wanted to give them a choice at snack time, maybe of juice or water.
Milk.
Juice or milk. Then you can do that. We can go here to juice. And they can make a decision. As they gain additional vocabulary, you can open more words here. So you can add words, and if you look here, the drink still stays in the same place, so they don't have to learn to go to another page to say drink or milk. It's going to stay in the same place where they first learned it. Now, what we did is we also created this. We said that the individual should have time to explore with their device. So if you touch that Babble button right up there, you see it opened everything up. So now there's all of the vocabulary is available so that that individual can go through and play with a different language. And then if you're able to be right next to them and respond, then that's your opportunity to teach them new words. Now, the feedback that we were receiving from the teachers and from the speech-language pathologists is when they opened everything, they couldn't remember what it was that they had closed. So if you touch this button again, this Babble button, and turn it off, it remembers what their setting was. And then you can also open everything back up by just going like that, and then have all of that vocabulary available. The other thing that we did is, of course, it is customizable, so you can add the person's preferences into it. So if you want to say, for example, bread, you can go in here. There are almost 11,000 Smarty symbols contained in the device, and you are also able to take a picture or to use a picture from your photo album. But if you type in the word bread and you find your symbol there, you can say done. And then bread's added, and you're able to say the word.
Bread.
And then that stays in there like that. If you tried to add, for example, if you tried to add, say, toast in here. Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong. If you tried to add toast, you could choose that. Now, it's going to tell you that that's a duplicate word. So what it says here, I don't know if you can read it, but it says duplicate word. The word toast can be found by touching eat on the home screen. So if you go back to that home screen, now of course we're already in eat, and toast is right here. But if you were back at this home screen, it gives you the first button that you need to touch to get to that word. So you would go eat, and then toast is right here.
Toast.
So you already have that word in there. The reason that we did that is because what we were finding is that the child would have bathroom in 5 different places on their device. So everybody knew a different way to say bathroom. And if they didn't, maybe if somebody else didn't know where it was, then they would add a 6th place or a 7th place. And everyone's showing the child a different way to say bathroom. When we say a word, we say it the same way every single time. And then that's the way we say it for the rest of our life. So we really give the individual an advantage if we can do the same thing for them. And the other thing that you're able to do here, of course, you're able to change the voices. You're also able to text from the message window. So if you want to say to somebody,
come,
you can say,
to my,
and let's do,
park.
You can say, come to my park. So if you have a specific park that you like, of course you can't send text messages if you don't have Wi-Fi access. But if you wanted to do that, what it'll actually do, we'll show you if you go to our actual support videos on the website, you can actually see where, and we'll show you under the texting, we'll show you that in more detail, but you can actually text that directly to any other iDevice user. So anyone who has an iPod, iPhone, or iPad, you can text that to them. The other thing that you are able to do on here is you can customize the voices. So if you're working with a young child, you can make the voice a little bit higher. If you're working with an adult who has a deeper voice, you can make their voice a little bit lower. So for example, this one is on medium, and this is the U.S. English voice. So you can hear it.
I want a drink.
You can say, I want a drink. Now let's listen.
I want to drink.
And then you can also, if you change that voice a little bit, you could change the pitch to make it a little bit higher.
I want to drink.
And you see you have the younger voice that way. So I'm going to just change it back to medium.
I want to drink.
Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to show you how to do on here is that you can actually lock all of this. So you see up here, you have all the editing functions available. If you touch lock right here, what it's going to do, it's going to lock them out of everything. Texting and Babel can actually also be locked separately. So you can give the child access to be able to open all of their vocabulary up by themselves, or you can lock that option for them and have it where the adult in their life has to do that for them. Same thing with texting. You can turn that off. If you have a child who you do not want to have texting capabilities, that can be locked separately under the settings. Thank you very much, and I hope you'll contact us with your feedback.